It's almost my baby's first birthday, so I wanted to break down how much it costs to have a baby in the first year. First, and obviously the biggest expense, is childbirth. It cost me $3,000 after insurance to stay in the hospital for 2 days and have an emergency C-section. Then, due to complications, we stayed in the NICU for 4 months and were billed $4 million in insurance, but out of pocket, I had to spend $10,000. And then even after we got out of the hospital, we went to the ER 4 different times and were billed another $3,000 out of pocket. I spent $50 a month on diapers because I always went to Costco and it helped to have a stash of gifts from the baby shower too. I spent $100 a month in formula, and it's only that cheap because I mostly breastfed and I use this as additional calories. I also spent $100 a month in miscellaneous baby toys and items, and only $300 for the year in baby clothes because I bought most of it secondhand and a lot of them were gifts from family. In total, I spent about $16,300 for the first year of having a baby.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Robert here for those of you that don't know me. And on this channel, our goal is to simplify the home loan process. Americans are having fewer and fewer children. And in my opinion, this is something that no one is speaking about as far as the demographics are concerned. And it's concerning because the newer people, the new kids on the block, eventually down the line, those are the folks that get together and form households. So on this video, I want to point out some of the costs associated with being a parent or having a child from a couple of different videos for the purpose of getting your opinion. If you've had children, do these costs seem to line up? If you're thinking about children, are they a lot more than what you thought? Or are you in the boat of, hey, I'm not having any kids because it costs too much? The first young lady did an excellent job of detailing her first year as far as how she clothed her child, fed her child. Get down in the comment section. Let us know what you thought about this first situation. Check this out.
Y'all think it costs to raise a child in the state you in right now? What you think of something like $3,000, $4,000, maybe $5,000? Guess again. Let me what the worst of y'all can see. Look at that, look at that, look at that. It's surprising Texas. Everything bigger in Texas, $21,000 a year for that little bundle of joy. Illinois gonna run you a good $24K. Chi-Town. Georgia gonna run you $20,000 for that little Waffle House flavor formula y'all serving out there. New York, $30,000. Massachusetts, the highest ever, $36,000. What y'all doing with them babies over there? What y'all doing? St. Louis, $20,000. Nelly, I see what y'all doing. You in the shanty. Get that little $20,000 out. Oklahoma, $20,000. In the South, the SEC, Tennessee, $20,000. Alabama, $19,000. Mississippi. See why y'all popping them babies? $16,000. Arkansas, $17,000. You're banging in Little Rock. Colorado, $30,000. I don't know if you got to buy some Dion glasses or get an NIL deal. $30,000. Arizona, it's hot. So I don't know if that's from the bottled water or something, $24,000. Alaska, even $27,000. I guess ain't nothing else over there. Y'all let me know. Nevada, so you're putting that money in that gambling machine. Gonna cost you $27,000. They're gonna have to work or do something. Washington, $28,000. Idaho, $21,000. Whoever live in Montana, $21,000 for them little bundles over there. California, $29,000 plus taxes. We're gonna need the state, federal, government, city tax, everything, $29,000 plus tax. Hawaii, you already know, it's beautiful, the water's good, but that child gonna cost you $35,000 off the rip. Cause we gotta ship that milk in there. So look at your state. Is it what you thought?
Bottom line is this. Having children costs money. In my opinion, when done right, the investment, not just for yourself, but the community, there's a return that you can't really quantify. But you have to be realistic and you have to be able to properly take care of a child, and finances are a part of it. I think this is a great conversation starter to help you. Do you think he's right as far as your state is concerned? Let us know down below. Now check out this guy.
Calling all parents. Here is the eye-watering cost of raising 3 kids until they're 18 years old. And no, this is not an advertisement for birth control. The average cost of raising 1 child per year, almost $26,000. The 3 largest cost components, 29% on housing, that one-bedroom apartment just doesn't cut it anymore. 18% on food. Carter eats like 16 Go-Gurts a day and 3 pints of blueberries just for snack. And 16% on childcare and education. Shockingly, it's not diapers and daycare that's the most expensive age. It's 15 to 17 years old. Thankfully, there are economies of scale. The second child only increases it by $19,000 per year, and the third child by $14,000. For the grand total of 3 kids costing $59,000 per year. So the total cost of raising 3 kids until they're 18 years old, $1.375 million.
Yeah, man, it's real. Funny story. When I first got married, prior to then, you know, I may have had 1 can of tuna in the cabinet and whatever sports drink it was in the refrigerator. And for those of you that don't know, I used to be slim back in the day, slimmer. Okay. So when we first got married, moved in together, my wife had to, get the household together, prepare a house. And she's coming from a house that, was a house. And so long and short, we went to the grocery store and it seemed like the tape was just rolling up. It's just, that's with the receipt. And I thought I was going to die. And in my mind, I literally said, what have I got myself into? And so my father-in-law used to joke me because he was there and he was like, man, I thought Robert was going to pass out. So, and that's just, getting the household together. Then kids come, right? So it costs money. I didn't quantify the dollar amount, but we loved our kids. We not gonna say we went overboard, and I'm not saying you guys are going overboard. These are just things that happen, and we're not even talking about college, okay? And so, again, when it comes to not having kids now, or if you're in that position where you're pushing off having kids later, there's a lot of ramifications for that. And I've done another video talking somewhat about that, and you can watch that either here or up here. But every one of us is going to get older, and not that you're not creating slaves, if you will, but if you raise your children the right way, it's a cycle of life. You're going to need help, and hopefully it's the type of help that's beneficial to everybody. Hopefully you handle your business financially and you take care of yourself. But it's very concerning, the number of people that don't want to have kids, and it's also something that we need to talk about on how to help you all have children and limit some of these costs. Like in the first video, $4 million for insurance. That's just because these folks can bill the government. It's crazy. Daycare, that's another big cost that I know some of you guys have to deal with. So there's some things that we need to do. Get down in the comment section, leave some solutions as to what possibly could be done. And you never know, we might be able to turn the tide. So let's listen to this last young man. He did an excellent job of breaking down some costs, and then we'll wrap this thing up.
These are some of the most expensive cities to raise a child. Up first, you've got Boston at around $38,000 per year, followed by the Bay Area and Washington, D.C., both at around $36,000. In fact, of the top 10 cities, all of them will cost you an extra $30,000 per year. The U.S. average, however, hovers around $25,000. But notice, it's really childcare that drives those expenses more so than food, healthcare, and transportation. That means, on average, people are paying just over $1,000 a month on childcare alone. By contrast, in France, which is known for its affordable childcare, on the high end, families would pay around 900 euros or almost $1,000 for public childcare. Mind you, that's on the high end because some of their childcare expenses are based on parental income. So the less you earn, the less you pay for childcare. You know that concept would not work over here. Then on top of your childcare costs, some people need to get bigger places to live, which on average will cost an American family about $3,000 more per month and tops out around $7,000 in San Diego. But I do have to ask the San Diego people, for an additional $7,000 a month, what kind of house are you getting? Then once you get to food, transportation, and healthcare costs, it's pretty in line across the country between $9,000 and $10,000 a year. My wife and I are having a baby. We knew it was going to be pricey, but we didn't know it was going to be this pricey. But what has your experience been? Are these numbers pretty much in line?
So there you have it. He said it best. Get down in the comment section and let us know what the costs are in the city that you live in. Daycare, very expensive. Just everyday feeding, housing, all the things that we've covered in this video. Want to know what you think And more importantly, what are your solutions? I have a couple of solutions as it pertains to those of you that would like to become homeowners and maybe feel like you've been priced out or you don't have an opportunity. Well, multi-family, multi-generational families coming together to own property is something that I'm seeing more and more. Example, grandma, grandpa, okay? You're a young family with kids. You guys come together. Grandma, grandpa are able to get rid of the daycare costs because they're able to help watch the kids while you guys go out and work, do those things that you need to do. You're able to look out for grandma and grandpa. Hopefully grandma and grandpa have some finances to be able to help you get into a bigger home, better neighborhood, better school, where you have that 10, 15-year runway where you don't have to move. And down the line, that asset is going to appreciate. And then you're looking out for them, right? Everybody's helping everybody. That's what I mean. That's a solution. If you guys got solutions other than that, let me know, because we don't want to just be on here negative and pointing out the problems. They got plenty of channels that do that. We want to simplify the home loan process and provide solutions. So that's it for me. I do have a question for you. What if you had $150,000 just fell into your lap? What would you do? And I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? I think I need a little help answering that question. And I found my guy, and he helped me out. Y'all be blessed. Be good to one another. Let grace abound. And I'll see you on the next one. Indeed. Check it out.